Good.
So where you at?
100%. I did a good job of, kind of taking last week, and, I was able to, rest it obviously and take those last few days and just do some rehab. Got in the pool a little bit, some pool rehab and stuff like that, so it felt good. Got in there today. Joby kind of, eased me into 9-on-7, took the first 3 reps. Felt great. Was able to turn the ball back a couple times, make a couple tackles, and, finished out practice, without skipping a beat, so it felt really good.
There was the one play you reached up and knocked down the screen pass for Curtis. Would you have been able to make that play last week?
No, definitely not. That's just the difference. I mean, it's an injury that you can run around and look like you're healthy, but as soon as you try to get that hand up over your head or do something like that, you have all sorts of muscle spasms and stuff like that. So no, I'm good now.
You knocked that one first pass down. What did it feel like?
No, it felt good. I got in a little early today. I knew I was going to go, 100% today, so I got in about 45 minutes early, made sure I did rehab and really warmed my shoulder up and stuff. And, I've got special padding underneath my shoulder pads and everything like that. So.
You've been pretty confident that you'll be able to be back for the game. Do you still have to convince the coaches, do you think, that you'll be able to play?
The way the program should work is you should always have to convince the coaches. If we're a true competitive program, that's the way it should be at every position. So, but I think, I'm confident that I can obviously get in the game. Like I said, as much as I've, missed full contact reps, I've stayed engaged mentally and stayed in shape and stuff like that. So, it's really just a matter of taking this week, getting the contact side of it down, going, obviously taking tomorrow off, getting a little more rehab, and then, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and, really just getting used to the hitting tempo and stuff like that. But no, I'm for sure confident in myself.
Wayne said that regardless of who starts, he's going to play more players this year than last year. How do you think that can help the defense, especially in those late game situations?
It's good. That's something that he talked about today in our team meeting, and something that we lacked last year. By playing more players, obviously you're going to want certain guys in at certain times situationally, and the name starter or the veteran or whoever it is in there, in a 2-minute or a situation where experience calls sort of. But for the ability to have our twos and some of these younger guys to get in there and take 25 plays off of us. Off of the starters, and the difference between playing 40 plays and playing 75 plays when it's the fourth quarter in a 2-minute situation, it's huge. So.
How does Minnesota look